Alright, Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, we give our praise unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem HaKadosh. Double honor to the apostles and others, great millstone. Shalom to you, brothers, Christians, true. And sincere all over the earth. And shalom to you, hopeful elect out there. And I just want to touch on this topic real quick. Just going into the multiple wives thing. And I'm going to start off with the scripture right here. In the law. And we're going actually let's start from the top. And in the kingdom, men are going to have multiple women, men of the other nations, of the Israelites, and all these type of things, man. And going into the law, you can have women of the other nations, but some Israelite groups teach you going off, brother, if you have a woman of the other nation, you doing this and doing that. Well, it's not the case then, man. Because if that's the case, if you are going off by having another woman as your woman, as another nation as your woman, and therefore King Solomon was going off, and all our ancient forefathers, King David. But that wasn't the case, man. You see? And Solomon, which I have it pulled up, Solomon went off because of him going after other gods, man. That's what when he was going off, because it never said anything about him going off, as in when he had the strange women, the women of the other nations. Say he went off after he started doing things for their gods, man. You see? But I want to get this though. Deuteronomy 21:10, it says, "When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy power have delivered them into the hands, and thou hast taken them captive." So this is going to be a thing in the kingdom, because we're going to have nations in slavery. So this is going to take place also in the kingdom right here. It says, "And seest amongst the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife." So you see a beautiful woman among the captives. He was like, "Hey, man, this woman she's looking kind of good, man. She's kind of bad. I'm going to take her up. Tell the heathens to bring her hither." Clap your hands, move your arm, fan your hand towards yourself. "Hey, bring her here. Bring her hither. I want to talk to her. I want to see what she's about. Get a closer look at her." And they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it with a smile on their face, man. It says, "Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and she shall remain in thy house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. And after that thou shalt go in unto her, and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money, that thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her." Now here's the thing right here. If a man have two wives, one beloved and the other hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit at which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he hath, for he is the beginning of his strength. The right of the firstborn is his." You see? Now, the point that I wanted in that was that the man had two wives. Now, in this day and age, just like you're in that, in this day and age, hold on, give me one moment. In this day and age, we don't go out here telling brothers to do that, because it's like the scriptures say. It says all things are lawful, all things are lawful unto me, but not expedient. Paraphrasing it. And it's not wise for you to do those things. It's also not a wise thing in this day and age. If you do it, you do it. But brothers have families, have wives, have kids, have other things. Also not a good thing to come in this faith and just start popping babies all over the place, man. Because we're getting ready to come into some very, very serious times. Even though brothers have kids and whatever the case may be, also tell brothers not to do that. So the thing is that if a man has more than one woman, it's not going off. But another thing is, because I'm not gonna go into the full thing, all the marriage and all the other stuff. But women cannot have more than one husband, man. And we all know this, but we're just saying it just in case a new believer stumbles across the video, whatever the case may be. A woman cannot have more than one husband. And the law, and going back into the law, the woman is bound to the husband until the husband is dead. The woman is only supposed to be one man her whole entire life, but a man can have multiple women. You see? So the thing is, going into the kingdom, brothers will have more than one woman, man. You gotta think about it. We're gonna be in our glory. We're gonna be at full strength, full mental capacity, beauty at all time high. The highest is gonna be our women's gonna be looking beautiful. The men gonna be good looking. And you know that our men as ourselves are gonna have more than one woman, and women of the other nations. So having more than one woman is not going off, or whatever the case may be. But now, in this time, we're not in the kingdom now. You have to understand that we're also under Esau's laws and his rules and things like that. But if the case may be, for us not to do that, because it's not time for all that. We're not. This is not our rest. In the kingdom, is going to be time for that, because we're going to be in the kingdom. We're not gonna have to be worried. We're not gonna have to be dealing with Esau rules and regulations, and you can't do this and you got to do that, and then you got to go to a marriage ceremony, and then certain states it's not allowed, and you got to do all that stuff is gonna be done, man. Once we're in the kingdom, we're going to be under the law, statutes, and commandments, man. We're going to be under the law. It's in the scriptures, and it's going to be in our inward parts, and we're going to be perfect, and we're going to follow the law perfect. And a part of the law is a man can have more than one woman. You would imagine that us being in the kingdom, us being in glory, women all the time beautiful, the men being men and being back at the top, being the rulers of the earth, and not being under the women. How Esau put the women above the men now in this place. It's gonna go back to how it's supposed to be. Women are gonna be in order, the men are gonna be in order. They're all gonna be in order, man. We're gonna be a big family. It's like it. So you have to understand that when the time comes, just as the scripture says, it says, I think it's in Ecclesiastes, when it says there's a time and purpose for everything under heaven. There's going to be a time and place for that, right? And right now it's not. And to go into this, 1 Kings 11 and 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women. He loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, the Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, you should not go into them, neither shall they come into you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his power, as was the heart of David his father. You see? So he wasn't going off for having the other women of the other nation. He was going off because his heart turned away from the Most High and started to go after these other gods. You see? And in the kingdom, that's not gonna happen, man, because we're gonna be perfect. And and the thing is, a lot of women have the issue just thinking about it now, because you're in these bodies, man. You're in these bodies that we're in right now. There's the sinful flesh. You got to keep in mind that your way of thinking, your way of living, our way of living, our way of thinking, our bodies, and everything else included, is gonna be a completely different way of living, man. So you're not gonna be thinking the same way you're thinking now. You don't think, oh, he just gonna do this. He's just gonna be selfish. He's just gonna want her and do her, and I'm gonna be last and all that stuff. No, man. The women is gonna be treated all equally, man. There ain't gonna be no. Here it is. You got 300 wives, but you only spend 50 some years with this one, then leave the other ones by themselves. No, man, they're gonna be all that. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be completely different, man. So you may have a problem. Women that might have a problem with it now, you think about it, it's not gonna be the same, man. It's not gonna be the same. And to get that, where is it at? Right here. Let's get this. Ezekiel 36:26. Actually, I'm gonna start at 25. Then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh, and I will put my spirits within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes. You should keep my judgments and do them. See, and part of that ways is having more than one woman, man. Even though that's definitely not what the kingdom is going to be all about. But that's going to be one of the benefits. That's going to be one of the things that's in the kingdom. It's going to be abundance of women, man. And in women in that time, it's not going to have no problem being together with the men of the Lord, man. It's going to be sister-wise. You guys going to get along perfectly. You guys going to talk, chat it up, wake up, clap your hands, have slaves come to your servants, preparing food, preparing this, doing that, doing everything you need to get done. And you're going to love your man, man. It's not going to be the same where your man wants you to do something simple, you just get an attitude, start yelling, arguing, and starting stuff with him, man. It's not going to be like that. You have to understand that. And the kingdom is going to be, it's not going to be, we have the kingdom, but we're just going to be on top, but everything else is going to be the same how everything in America is, man. No. The kingdom is going to be completely beautiful and all righteous, man. You see? And this right here, and this thing is going to go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, because we know we're going to be immortal. We're not going to die. 1 Corinthians 15:53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? You see? So in the kingdom, we're going to be immortal. And all these thoughts and all these things that's stopping us today is not going to stop. All the limitations that we have, these bodies wearing out, being corrupted, corroding, hair falling out, toothaches, cavities, yellow teeth, all the other stuff, man. The bloated guts. All these things, these burdens that's stopping us in this body, it's going to be a thing of the past, man. Because once we're in the kingdom, we're going to be perfect. Hair, teeth, breath, eyesight, vision, hearing, bodies, just in general. You see? So it's going to be a completely new way of living. But you're going to be able to have more than one woman. Now, is it mandatory that every man has more than one woman? It's not in the scriptures written, but you can just imagine how we're gonna be in the kingdom. It's gonna be our kingdom. We're gonna be looking tip top shape, top of the top, Then our women's gonna look top of the top, and we're in our kingdom, and nothing's stopping. We have land, animals, all these gold, silver, all these emeralds and diamonds and jewels and all the. We have all this stuff, and we're in our kingdom, and we have servants and all these other things. You would think that, obviously, you would think every man would definitely have more than one woman, man. I don't picture one man in the kingdom around all these beautiful Israelite princesses and the heathen nations, and I don't see no man just, you know what, I just want you for all eternity. I just want you forever, 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 and forever, forever, and forever, forever. I don't see that happening, man. You know, it's not written that everybody must have one, but you can imagine that every Israelite man is going to have more than one wife, man. Because they're all going to be in the laws. And in the laws, what does it say? Are we going off for not having? Are we going off for having more than one woman? No. Then King Solomon had 1,000 women. So what more than us? And this kingdom's going to be, you can't even, it's going to be way past our mind of what the kingdom's going to be like, man. What it's going to look like. What everybody's going to look like, how our everyday life. We don't know, man. We don't know what it's going to be like, but we know that it's coming. And we know that it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be 10 times, million times far better than what's going on here, man. Just the bodies alone. It's one of the most things that you got to be excited for, man. New bodies that you're going to be able to probably run fast, teleport, fly, do all these magnificent things, man. Get our height back, get everything back, be back on top of the earth. This kingdom is just going to be beautiful, man. And in that, you're going to be able to have more than one woman. You see? So I just want to touch on that real quick. I don't want to make it too long. So, Lord will, I'll probably go into touch on the marriage situation or whatever. I'll probably touch on that in the lesson, Lord willing. So, hope the was edifying. Give our praise unto Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. I'll catch you guys in another lesson. Lord